The battle is heating up in Congress over shitcoin regulation. Let's take a look. We are going to dive right into this. New Congress body to hold first ever hearing on regulatory attack on shitcoins. Incentives matter. I figured I'd fool everybody and I moved my screen over to the other side today. So there you go, keeping everybody on their toes. Okay, let's dive into this. A new body in Congress is challenging recent shitcoin enforcement actions and banking lockouts emanating from federal regulators. The new Digital Assets Subcommittee within the House Financial Services Committee is scheduled to hold its first ever hearing on March 9th. The hearing is titled Coincidence or Coordinated? The Administration's Attack on the Digital Asset Ecosystem. The hearing will weigh recent actions from financial regulators against crypto companies. It is what crypto defenders are calling a crackdown. The committee's Republicans seem to agree. The blame seems to fall on the Securities Exchange Commission, the SEC, which has become what Senator Tim Scott termed the elephant in the room. The SEC, under the chair, Gary Gensler, has spearheaded the administration's crypto approach, much to the chagrin of the industry. In the past, the SEC has shut down crypto exchange Kraken's staking offering and stablecoin issuer Paxos Binance stablecoin. It has also sued failed stablecoin Terra and founder Do Kwon, which have fewer defenders these days. Giant shock there. Gary has long sparked fear from the shitcoin industry with his overarching philosophy that crypto is more centralized than it advertises. Gary Gensler is actually not wrong in that respect. And it's okay. We'll wait till the end for the commentary. Okay, I will continue. Scrutiny from the banking regulators has stirred up rumors of the debanking of shitcoin companies. Industry lobbyists and advocates have taken to calling it Operation Choke Point 2.0, in reference to a controversial Obama-era policy of pressuring banks into dropping clients operating in controversial but legal industries. A joint statement from the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, the Federal Reserve, and the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, or FDIC, took aim at those concerns last week. The three regulators wrote that banking organizations are neither prohibited nor discouraged from providing banking services to customers of any specific class or type as permitted by law or regulation. It's just a whole bunch of fucking nonsense. Anyways, many in Congress publicly applaud the firewalls between the traditional finance and the crypto industry, crediting them with saving the broader market from contagion by quarantining the crypto collapse. Okay, so let's just remember that, right? Many in Congress publicly applaud the firewalls between the traditional industry and shitcoins, which, again, I'm not saying that's good or bad. I just want everyone to pay attention to the players, right? This is what really matters. So keep in mind, there's a lot of Republicans, okay, that are quote unquote crypto friendly. Now, we don't give a shit about crypto. We care about Bitcoin. Okay, so it's very interesting to see. Obviously, we're seeing, and again, this is an apolitical show. Okay, I don't believe in the right or the left. I don't give a shit what country you're in. I don't care about any of these parties, okay? This is all made up nonsense to keep us moving along. That's all it is. And I know it seems like an overall blanket statement, but unfortunately it is true. Because all of these people, regardless of what party they're from, they're all being fucking paid by the same people. They're all being paid by lobbyists. Stop being an idiot. Anyways, okay, let me continue. Here we go. Republicans have begun echoing many of the crypto industry's concerns about the SEC and other seemingly hostile regulators. A January tweet from the committee's GOP feed called for new legislation to replace the Howey test as a means of combating what Ohio Republican Warren Davidson called Gary Gensler's selective enforcement. So look, right, Bitcoiners tend to like Senator Warren Davidson, right? Because he said there's a difference between Bitcoin and shitcoins. But you see, he's still quote unquote pro crypto. So this is, anyways, it's just a lot of bullshit, and we're gonna break it down because there's multiple pieces to this. Okay, so here we go. First things first. Congress publicly applauding the firewalls between the traditional finance and the crypto industry. Okay. Exhibit A. Wall Street execs employees spent $2.9 billion on campaigns lobbying during the 2020 election. Okay, we may not care about this. Well, let's go take a look at how much commercial banking lobbies Congress. Let's get a view here. So this is just in 2022. Okay? Right here. Total spent on commercial banks in 2022. That's right. That's $64,822,888. There you go. Take a look. This is the annual lobbying on commercial banks. Look at the trajectory. So, when we sit there and we decide that we want to believe that these people are looking out for our best interests, we have to not be idiots, right? We have to not be naive. These people, these organizations, they're looking out for themselves, okay? The banks give Congress some of the most insane amount of money for lobbying. So who do you think, who is in their ear? Who are they really listening to? Do you think they're really listening to, somebody that's in a misunderstood, like in a misunderstood industry that's trying to grow? They don't give a shit. They want to get paid. Who's paying me? The banks are paying me. Well, I am a friend to the banks. That's exactly the type of behavior we're seeing. So look, to the public eye, it's going to seem that we have people on our side, people that are genuinely looking out for our best interests. I know it sounds terrible, and I'm not trying to make it sound like it's a depressing thing. This is not about something being depressing or something being too difficult to fix. It's just about understanding the truth. And when we understand the truth and the reality of situations, we can make better decisions. And the truth of the matter is that the government, we are not the customers, the constituents. We are not the customers of the government. The lobbyists are. And the industries that lobby the government the most have the most sway over the government. Now, the last piece I wanted to finish on this about the crypto regulation. So again, as Bitcoiners, we're not applauding the SEC. I had to put this out in a tweet because there's so many disingenuous shitcoiners that pretend like, you see, the Bitcoiners are status. They're applauding the government. No, we're not. We've been banging on the drum telling you, if your shitcoin is centralized, if your shitcoin has a foundation, if your shitcoin has any central point of failure, the government or a government entity will come in and make it obsolete. It will destroy it. And the reality is the shitcoiners don't want to believe it. The altcoin promoters know it's true, but they aren't going to tell you this. So instead, what they're going to do right now, like what we're seeing from Grift Boy and the rest of these, the rest of these geniuses, they're all like, oh, the SEC is in the wrong. They're against the little people. I'm standing up for the little guy. No, dude, you're just realizing that you got a shitload of people wrecked. Okay, there's a whole bunch of altcoin promoters right now that are absolutely scrambling because the governments can stop their shitcoins, but they can't stop Bitcoin.